I mentioned in an earlier video that there was a battle for control of the budget going on between Senate Republicans and House Republicans. Well, score one for the House Republicans. They got out ahead of the Senate and approved a budget resolution that they hope is going to be able to pass both chambers of Congress. The blueprint is really more of a sketch. It's not specific line item details of a budget. It's more a set of budget targets that the different committees need to kind of figure out how to hit. The blueprint allows Republicans to come up with tax cuts that increase the deficit by $4.5 trillion over a decade, while ordering committees to cut $1.5 trillion from mandatory spending programs, so a net increase of $3 trillion for the deficit. To placate fiscal conservatives, the blueprint that was approved would force Republicans to cut more spending in exchange for tax cuts they want. So the cuts may end up having to be a bit deeper than the $1.5 trillion. We'll just have to wait for the committee recommendations to roll in and the Congressional Budget Office estimates. As of now, it looks like Trump's new tax cut wish list, including no taxes on tips, might not make it into the final bill. It's not looking like the math is going to work out, although it's not certain yet. It also looks like some Republicans will be put at risk, which they were trying to avoid, because they come from districts with heavy dependence on SNAP and on Medicaid, which both look like they're going to have to be cut to get to the spending cut number that they've been directed to get to. What about the Democratic wish list, you say? Well, the Democrats submitted 32 amendments, but the budget panel defeated all 32. So that just shows you how little power Democrats have in this budget reconciliation process. They're not going to get what they want. So now the pressure is on for Republicans to make the compromises that keep their party in line. To pass a budget bill with no Democratic support, they have to use what's called a reconciliation process, which requires only a simple majority to pass rather than a 2/3 vote. And even then, they need nearly unanimous yeas from the Republican members of Congress because their majority is so slim. Using the reconciliation process means that both chambers will have to approve identical measures before they can advance the final package. And then both chambers will have to pass the same final bill. Exactly. When you have Republican Congress members representing the diversity of the 50 different states with different challenges and different dominant industries in each state, getting them all to agree is really not an easy thing. But I think President Trump's dominance of the Republican Party might be great enough. Follow this channel for part 2, where I'll take a look at what the targets are within that blueprint, and that gives us some indication of where those spending cuts might come from.